16 yards offensively for Cleveland, their biggest play of the day. How did it work, Jim?
Well, it worked beautifully. It seems to be a trap play up the middle. All the linebackers seem to be out of position. Cleo Miller makes a good move. He's the kind of back that doesn't shift into that fourth gear. He wasn't looking to take it all the way, but for the second back in any backfield, that's a good job.
That was quite a third quarter. Waddy fumbled, Cleveland recovered. Rucker fumbled, Rams recovered. Monty Jackson intercepted for the Rams. Ron Bolden intercepted for Cleveland. No score.
And we're hearing that old Cleveland chant.
1st and 10 on the Ram 48-yard line. Cleo Miller, and he's to the 40 and across the 40. And now suddenly they have opened up the middle on two consecutive plays.
Time I said they couldn't go up the middle, they started going up the middle. The blocking is crisp. The holes are small, but they're clean holes.
Jack Reynolds is on the wrong side of the run. He was just completely smothered. That's one reason that middle was wide open.
Yes, sir.
So they've moved it to the Ram 39, where it's 1st and 10. Miller again.
When something works, try it again. It didn't work too well that time, but they did get the first down.
Larry Brooks, number 90, slowed it up, but not enough to prevent Cleveland from getting the first down.
And you know, with Cleveland eating up the clock, it becomes a very important factor, because if they get a touchdown, then all they need is a field goal if they kick the extra point. So that one missed extra point can be a very important factor in this game.
The ball on the 36-yard line, where it's 1st and 10. Mays setting up to go deep, intended for Rucker, intercepted and dropped. Pat Thomas had it and dropped it. There's a flag on the play.
It wasn't exactly a drop, Vince. His own man sort of got in his way and shielded him with the ball. It was two Rams who had the opportunity for the catch.
Thomas took his helmet off and smashed it into the ground. He was so angry.
What he was saying is, I had that one, please.
Dave May really took a lick back to pass, but it was a legitimate one.
Offense, 63, holding. First down.
Barry Darrow again trying to give Dave Mays a chance to set up. Guilty of holding.
I think the referees can call holding almost any time they want to, Vince.
It looks like Cleveland invented the game this year, too.
Yes, it does.
1st and 20 from the Ram 46. Dumps it off to Cleo Miller to the 45, out of bounds at the 41. So they picked up 5. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Which means the doctor's probably got to put it back in the air.
There are 2 plays back in the first half that could haunt either side in the waning moment. One, as Jim mentioned, the point after that was missed on a high snap from center. Nolan Cromwell got it down, but Septienne's kick was no good. And then the pass interference play against Cleveland that set up the 19-yard field goal by Septienne. David Mays throwing all the way to Warfield.
Woo!
And it is picked off, I believe. Yes.
It is
picked off by Bill Simpson. And Simpson, with Mays hurt, has taken the ball back for Los Angeles. David Mays was hit very hard on the preceding play, but he survived it. This time, he wasn't able to get up. So Bill Simpson, who had 3 interceptions last week against San Francisco, comes up with a big one to quiet the Browns with 13:39 left to play.
Sir. It's about time you're here. Another late night, I presume? Well, let's get started. The first thing we have for your assignment is this microcassette tape recorder.
Genius. Did you design this, huh?
Well, no, actually. It's a Sony. Next is this radio with 32 worldwide bands. Can tune in just about any place.
Extraordinary. Who gets the credit for this one?
This is a Sony, too. You'll also need this ultra-compact portable video camera, and we're going to mount this 5-inch color TV in your car, along with this Betamax deck for playback.
Remarkable. Are they,
Yes, they're Sony also.
Excuse me, sir, but did you just walk into a store and buy these?
Well, yes.
Well, keep up the good work, sir.
If it's a little extraordinary, chances are it's a Sony.
On January 2nd, CBS Sports presents the Cotton Bowl with the #1 ranked Texas Longhorns taking on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. That's the Cotton Bowl, January 2nd.
On the sidelines, a third-string quarterback, Terry Luck, a one-year man out of Nebraska, begins to warm up. He hasn't played this year. In fact, Luck left camp to become assistant coach at Washington State and then came back to join the club. Meanwhile, David Mays, with trainer Leo Murphy taking him off the field, leaves under his own power. But in this second half, Waddy fumbled, Cleveland recovered. Rucker fumbled, Rams recovered. Bolden came up with his third interception of Pat Hayden, and now Bill Simpson has just intercepted Mays. Neither side able to get on the scoreboard, but they're sure handling that ball like a hot potato.
Well, that's what we say when the weather is this way. Turnovers become a major factor.
Sitting quietly over in the sideline trying to get warm is Mike Fanning out of Notre Dame, trying to keep his hands warm by a heater.
You know, the Rams didn't even go on the field yesterday. They walked out of the locker room, took one look at the field, went back in, and went back to the hotel.
Which shows a lot of good sense.
A lot of good sense and a lot of confidence.
There's no reason in the world to be out here if you don't have to be.
And they're playing like it hasn't really bothered them too much.
Not at all. 1st and 10 from their 20 on the interception by Bill Simpson. They've changed the backfield now, and to spell Cappelletti, Wendell Tyler is now in the ballgame, and that's Tyler's first carry, and he gets out to the 25.
Wendell Tyler, that's the big question mark among the fans in Los Angeles. They want to know why he isn't playing. Well, one reason is that you don't take a veteran out of his position unless you can make sure that it's not going to hurt team morale.
2nd and 5 from the Ram 25. Again, it's Wendell Tyler. Runs into a mob scene, but kept fighting for another yard or so.
And another reason is that it's very seldom any one team will have two great scat backs or two fast offensive type backs in one backfield.
Forrest Gregg, a little on the disillusioned side. It's been a long afternoon. The Browns have been shut out by a solid Ram ball club, leading 9-0. The Rams have it 3rd and 1, moving it to the 29. Cappelletti and Tyler are the running back. Charles Young is in there, and here comes Cappelletti. First down as he goes out of bounds at the 40, and a flag.
Looked like a good block by Tyler.
Tom Darden is down. So a timeout. Penalty against the Rams. Big John Cappelletti on the move.
Coming to the outside, Wendell Tyler leading. Tyler threw just enough to give Cappelletti an opportunity to get outside. The big fella is moving as fast as he can move.
And here's the call.
Offense, 83, holding.
That would be the tight end, Terry Nelson. Tom Darden was shaken up in a collision with teammate Oliver Davis. And when Davis wanted to help him up, Darden just waved away like, leave me alone. You bothered me enough on that play.
Yes, sir.
3rd and 11 on the Ram 19. Waddy is right. Freeman Johns wide left. Draw to Cappelletti, and they read it. Earl Edwards read the Ram playbook.
He read the Rams playbook, and he read my mind because I was calling for a draw.
The big Earl right there, 9-year veteran, gotcha.
You know, it's very interesting, Vince. These backs don't seem to understand the technique of the draw now.
In what way?
It's a great timing factor. Sometimes you wait an extra beat to let the defense form their position a little more, and then you make your move.
Well, Glenn Walker has to make a move, and right now. And they're coming, and he just did get it away, and there'll be a flag on the play. And it is Larry Poole who tried to block the punt, and Poole was carried away, and he knocked Glenn Walker on his numbers, and, of course, roughing the kicker, an automatic first down for the Rams. There's Poole.
That's a legitimate roughing the kicker. I mean, in other words, he was going after the ball. He was in the air. There was nothing he could do. Sometimes it's a silly move, but in that position, it was called for. He did the best he could, and he can't really be criticized, although that penalty I hate worse than any of them.
Well, the crowd booing. Another break, this time for the Rams. 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. We have 11:35 to go in the ball game. Rams leading 9-0. Tyler slipped as he tried to make his cut, but he wasn't going to give up. And
Kept
he picked
his
up
balance
a couple.
and gained a couple more. Wendell Tyler, he runs with a positive attitude. It means he wants to go someplace every time he gets his hand on the ball.
Chuck Knox, seeing his ball club lead 9-0, knowing that waiting next week at the Coliseum, the Oakland Raiders, followed by the Atlanta Falcons, and then finally a road game at Washington. So it's still a rough road to go. 2nd and 5 from the 29. Wendell Tyler slipped again. Tried to cut to his right as he went down. Earl Edwards, number 66, went over him.
Yeah, Tyler's getting a lesson right now. See, he's been out in California so long, he doesn't realize he's got that slippery surface out of there, and he's going to have to cut down on the quickness of those moves.
Cut out the cuts.
Yes, sir. At least cut them down.
Earl Edwards, number 66, who has been very visible the last couple of plays, should be visible. He's 6'7", 256. He's a big man right up there in the middle for Cleveland. 3rd and 5 from the 29.
Hutchin is back in.
With Capoletti, and the backs are split. Both backs release, however. Hayden will run to the 35,
Beautiful
to the 40,
move on Pat
down
Hayden's
at the
part.
45, and he picks up more than enough for a first down. Big play.
You know, a factor that I like to talk about is when a quarterback is going for a first down, he's on the 9, and he slips down and doesn't get the first down. On this particular play that we're looking at now, Hayden makes a very good move inside, cuts back to his right, tucks the ball away, goes as far as he can go, slides down, and the Browns take a little liberty with him. They didn't hurt him.
Pat Hayden picked up 17 yards on that run. In the first quarter, he ran for 22. Here's McCutcheon, and he backs his way to the midfield line.
And being an old pro, he didn't make that cut too sharp. Consequently, he did not slip.
Lawrence McCutcheon, a workhorse as usual, has now carried for 97 yards. McCutcheon, the second rusher in the NFC. He has 860 going in, though he is 3 away from another 100-yard game. 9 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the game. 9-0 Los Angeles. Second man, McCutcheon. He got away from Mac Mitchell. Mac Mitchell had him behind the line of scrimmage, and Mitchell is the kind of a man that stands out, number 70. He is 6 feet 7.5 inches tall, 245 out of Houston, but McCutcheon got away from him.
Yes, sir. You see, that's the only thing that a small man has going for him is his quickness, because believe me, those guys are big and strong, but if you put a little fake on them, a lot of time that weight works against them.
Well, McCutcheon, by picking up the yardage, now has rushed for 101 yards. And some more. But Earl Edwards wrapped him up that time. He got down to 42.
First down. He's got the first down.
Remember, McCutcheon was hurt earlier, but evidently okay.
Oh, yes. You can watch and tell right here. Makes the move. He's low. Because he's low, he's able to get the extra 2 yards, resulting in the first down.
And again, he put a little bit of a move on Mac Mitchell. Mitchell might have had him, but it was Earl Edwards who had to bring him down. He picked up a couple, and it's 1st and 10.